Are we on? Testing. Ooh. Yeah, we on. Fell honest. Might delete this later. And wow. Um. Huh. Life's been pretty shitty. You know? It's been pretty shitty so far. Um. It's kind of poetic actually. Just thinking about it. Because it's like, oh, okay. This is how he's supposed to play it then. Then fine. Then fine. The date is what is it now? It's the 13th of December for me currently right now. Video log, by the way, just for me for whenever I re-listen to this. Y'all would probably get this episode a bit later than that, but wow, it's without sugarcoating things, I'm really going through a very hard point right now. An extremely rough point. Um, but I'm leaning more into it. I'm looking at it as more of a redirection type of a thing, as opposed to something bad. Yeah, I'm living through my plan A, B, and C. Fucking out like completely on me, completely. But my spirit hasn't wavered. I'm still up. I'm still solid. I'm just like, oh, okay. This is what we got going on now. Um, yeah. I'm pretty much a young guy. Just a bit of background for those who don't know. I feel like we're gonna become much closer. Through the duration of these episodes, I give more of myself as opposed to just like looking at charts or like posting nice motivational reels. Like this pod is about the real stuff that's going on behind the scenes, behind the chart, you know? The things that keep me up at night, the things that give me that spring in my step in the morning because I know that no one is coming to save me. It's just me versus everyone else. But we aren't wavering. Hopefully this doesn't come back to bite me in the ass one day, but here we are. Beginning of this year, around about January, I found myself involved in a bit of a situation. Bit of a wild situation. I was shoplifting. I never really spoke on this at all. I haven't really given myself time to process the emotions or what I felt. But I think today is appropriate because, or today, but now it's pretty appropriate because, yeah, man, it's coming back to a bro ski, and it is what it is. So long story short, I was shoplifting, got caught, and got arrested. I went to lift in a shop where I don't usually go. But at the time, I wasn't thinking straight. I was off the Zaza, and I was hungry. It was early in the year, January-ish time. I think about the 13th of January. You know? And I came back to, there was a job that I was doing on my campus, a registrations assistant. So I basically help people register for their degrees and stuff like that, you know those vibes. It's can I say my first one? Technically, it is my first one. The very first one I got, I was like a student card machine operator. So I take pics of people, print out student cards, that type of a thing. It was pretty sweet, productive. And then eventually they got an outside contractor to do that for them. So, you know, I had to get a bump up, or I had to focus on a different role. So now I was actually helping people fill out papers and register and stuff like that. So that was cool. Had that for a while now. Actually, I think I've been at it since 2019, just working for my current campus type vibe. So it's been that in the background. In the other background, I got academically excluded from my first university. I was in Stellenbosch. I was doing a BCom in management sciences. BCom in management sciences, and then I initially wanted to do a bachelor's degree in accounting sciences, which is what I'm supposed to be doing now. Um, but yeah, that didn't work. I founded a business, dedicated my all to that business. Business fell flat. It was a very fucked up time, but like I learned a lot, and I'm truly appreciative of those times. And then so I got the opportunity to study what I actually wanted to study, which is a Bachelor of Accounting, which is, in a different province, different campus, a fresh start, away from all the demons that I was facing at the time, away from everything except the one thing I really needed to be away from, which is myself, or the self that had gotten me to that point, you know? The self that I had built to help me deal and withstand with everything that was coming at me in Stellenbosch at the time. And I tried to carry on being that self here in my new place of residence and such, which is a big mistake because why am I bringing an old version to myself into a new space? For the longest time, I dealt with the resistance that I experienced while being in that situation. So the resistance of being a version of myself which no longer really served me. I held on to past memories and experiences which were very it was for me and where I was at the time, it was more of an extreme like bounce up or level up, if I could put it like that. I was the quiet guy. I wasn't really outgoing like that, and now suddenly it all turned like 180 degrees. I was that guy. I was outgoing, the guy everyone wanted to be around, which at the time I thought it was out of genuine or good intention, but it was malicious, and it took me a long time to understand and realize this. But you know, this life thing is a journey. You learn, yada 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 yada. So I was continuously trying to perpetuate that old self in an environment which he had no purpose in. So that happened, and then I discovered, or I found myself leaning more and more and more towards trading. And I didn't really balance out my priorities properly. The thing that I had originally come to this city for is the thing that I neglected the most, and I just left it. Like, I didn't put in effort. I wasn't going to classes. I wasn't doing my work. I was given the what, like at one point in life, the one thing I really wanted, which was this degree. It was like, yo, go get it, and I just threw it back in the universe's face. And yeah, man, I think I may have burnt all my bridges at this point because it's a bit of a fuck up, but we're gonna figure it out. You're gonna figure it out. How, I don't know. In all honesty, I really don't know. God, I really don't know. A good starting point would be for me to be honest, because my dishonesty is also another thing that has really like just put me in a much much deeper hole. So without me deviating too far, I'm in the city, cool, time passes, I'm flunking classes, I got trading, I'm putting all my faith in trading, I still have faith in it, like that will not waver, that will not change. If anything, I'm taking this as that sign that, yo, lean more into that. Lean more into it. I mean, the trading. So cool. Fast forward, beginning of this year. Not really using my money appropriately, if I'm being honest. If you have, if your money isn't right, you have no business being or involving yourself with women. But I didn't listen, so I involved myself, and then I got to a place where I'm like, fuck, I need food, you know. And I put myself under some unnecessary pressure, where I was like, I have to provide. So I found myself, or talked myself into like, fuck it, let me go, let me go shoplift some shit, get me some food. So I don't know what possessed me that day, but I went like to a spot where I should really not be like messing around in, and I fucked around and I got to learn real quick. So cool, I get locked up, yada 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 yada. And instead of being honest and just like putting everything out there and fully accepting it, I still refused to accept the situation that I was in and tried to finesse my way out of it. I managed to finesse my way out of it, but the paper trail still exists now, and that paper trail is coming back to haunt me. I went about the divergence program in my country, but I didn't do it the right way. I gave a fake identity instead of my real one. And of course, the fingerprints are my fingerprints. So this was back in March. I finished my community service. I did everything I was supposed to do. Shout out to the social worker, yada, 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 yada. And now fast forward to December. I applied for that same job post that I had on my campus. They implemented a new thing this year where they do like criminal checks, and I just got a call from the lady who was doing mine saying that my check came back saying there's still a pending, case on me, and that I should just go to the cops, get an affidavit of them confirming that everything has been dropped, yada 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 yada. But now I know in the back of my mind that I didn't give out the full and proper details, and it could probably end or land me in trouble. So I have two choices faced with me right now. I could just ignore it, and I mean, if I ignore it, then I won't get the job, because they're basically saying if I don't get that affidavit, I won't get the job, yada 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 yada. They're busy with my contracting. I flunked my modules. Like, it's so bad. It's so terrible. I was banking on this trading thing, but I done fucked up. I really done fucked up. So there's that. Like, I had a for show plan, and I messed that up. So now I have a maybe plan, which for me, it gives me hope, because I can take a maybe and make it into a sure thing. But I'd be lying if I said the emotions in me aren't going crazy. I'd be lying. So here I am now, just pondering upon life and looking at the chessboard, looking to make the best possible move. Looking to make the best possible move ever, or possible. So, what's my next step? I have to get good at trading. I have to figure out how to make a living outside of the system. Maybe get a job or somewhere that won't need the MIE checks, whatever, just so that I can get the consistency up, and then that's my golden ticket. But as it stands right now, oh, the boy is in a deep puddle of shit, for real, for real, for real. The boy is in a deep puddle of shit. So, hey, we're going to see what we do about it. I don't even know who to call on for help. I mean, my parents are there, but you know, I guess I'm still refusing to accept the situation. I have a Bible on my bedside table. I'm looking at that right now. And I'm just like, okay, dope. Let's do the things now. Let's push. Cause I mean, there's nothing else I can do. Nothing else at all. Um, Nothing else. But to just boss up and keep carrying on, you know. I gotta get my shit together and kill off the old version of me. The me once conditioned by trauma. It's not gonna be an easy journey, but I'm doing it. I have to do it. Some might say I fucked my life up just before it starts, but I don't believe that. I firmly believe that in every adversity, in every heartbreak, setback, there is a seed of equal or greater benefit. I just have to look out for it and find it. And that's where I'm at right now. So, yeah. That's just where I'm at right now with it. Yeah, né? All I can do now is just ask God for strength and patience for me to get through this. That's all I can do right now. Yeah. I'm gonna just work with what I have, be humble, and then just keep pushing. It's the best I can do now, so yeah. Thank you, God, for making me this individual, because I truly believe you wouldn't give me anything that I can't handle or push through or get myself out of. This is just one of the many few things that's just gonna develop my character, and yeah, that's where we are with it. I am eternally grateful. Very, very much grateful. Felt honest. Might delete later. More updates on the way. Thanks for everyone that's been tuning in or following. And yeah, pray for your boy.